Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Welcome to my YouTube channel actually, to be exact. And thank you for joining me. Actually, my content is actually my book. Okay, this book. I'm uploading every question and every page of this book. And this book happens to be a Dui Bahasa book. 2 languages, English and Bahasa Melayu. The explanation part is in English and Bahasa Melayu. But of course, the exercises are in English. Okay, because that is that part I don't translate. But for every chapter in this book, I explain in English and in Bahasa Melayu the usage of the grammar concerned. So this is the book, and you can see the content, 40 lessons, 40. The first book, 38 lessons. I uploaded every question, every page in my YouTube channel. Okay, and now, because this book is already completed and it has been sold, has been published, so I'm uploading this book now because there are many buyers and they would like to follow my lessons so that they can understand better. So I'm now at lesson 16. This book has 40 lessons, so we have another 24 lessons to go. And if you have your book, it's page 42 and 43. Today I will discuss these 2 pages, 42, 43. Now this book has a total of 133 pages. So probably we have 90 over pages left. Okay, we less than 100 pages because total is 133. So maybe about 90 over pages left. My name is Dr. Lee, and I come from Bukit Mertajam, the northern part of Peninsular Malaysia. So I'm actually at the Butterworth site, Prai, Seberang Prai. Okay, actually we are near to Kedah. Okay, Kulim, very near to Kulim, Sungai Petani. But Sungai Petani is a little bit further. Kulim is nearer. So I'm on the Butterworth site, okay, Bukit Mertajam. And at this time now, I'm staying in Johor, the southern part of Peninsular Malaysia. I'm actually in Kluang, Johor for now. Okay, so again, welcome everyone. If you have this book, you can now turn to page 42, 43. I'm going to discuss with you agreement, the 5th video. So actually for one chapter, I have released 5 videos just on one lesson, because agreement is a very wide lesson. This chapter is very wide. There's so much to know, but then they are so important that we can't say we don't know and we don't want to know. No, we have to know. Alright, so if you have your book, please turn to page 42, 43. The same with me. I'm going to open now. 42, 43. Right. Now, remember this. In English, we talk about 7 pronouns. I, you, we, they, one family. He, she, it, another family. In total, 7. Okay, in total, there are 7 pronouns. Okay, I, you, we, they, he, she, it. 7 pronouns. 7 pronouns. I, you, we, and they usually belong to the same family. In this case, I, you, we, and they, for the verb that you use, you cannot put S. You cannot put S. Example, go. Example, eat. But for he, she, or it, yes. Look at the verb. Goes, eats, you need to put S. And usually, when you have an O here, you need to put ES. Not S, but ES. Okay? So you can see that as usual, because there is not enough space for me to write the whole sentence. So I just put dot, dot, dot. So I will read and you listen. If you have a book, you can follow. You can look at your book. So remember, you study. Can you see? You cannot put S, study. She, you must put S, so teachers. Normally, O and H, you put ES. I cannot put S, so I read. He must put S, so he goes. They cannot put S, they enjoy. We cannot put S, like. It must put S, it rains. You cannot put S, you eat. I cannot put S, I cook. She, you must put S, she visits. It must put S, it runs. Put an S there. Okay? Now all the words that are underlined in green. Study, teachers, read, goes, enjoy, like, rains, eat, cook, visits, and runs. All these are called verbs. Okay? So it is pronouns and verbs for this side here. So remember, I, you, we, or they, for the verb you cannot put S. But he, she, or it, for the verb you must put S. And as I mentioned just now, when it ends with O, you put ES, H-E-S. Normally we do that. Okay? You don't just put H and S. It's usually wrong. So let me read the sentences to you. You study in a big school. You cannot put S, so you study. She teaches in a secondary school. She, you must put S, H. So you put ES, teachers. I cannot put S, so I read the newspaper in my free time. He, you must put S, so he goes fishing with his friends during the holidays. They cannot put S, so they enjoy camping and jungle trekking. We cannot put S, so we like to listen to English songs. You cannot put S, so you eat a piece of fruit after lunch. I cannot put S, so I cook for my family during the weekends. She, you must put S, so she visits her aunt in the village when she is free. And the last one, it you must put S, so it runs around the garden in the evenings. Okay, so this is the first part of our exercise 9. Now we proceed to exercise 10. Exercise 10, you have to refer here. When we are talking about one means to say one person, one animal, one thing, one place. The verb go, run, jump, you must put S. But if you are talking about more than one, meaning to say more than one person, more than one animal, more than one thing, more than one place, the verb cannot put S. In that case, we use go, run, jump. Go, run, jump, these three words are called the base form. The base form means behind the letters, you have no S, no ED, no ING. That is called the base of the original verb. Okay? Now we can come over this side. Cows and goats. When you see the word and, you know it is more than one. So the verb cannot put as it. One comes as children. Now children means many, more than one. Because if it is one, it's child. I hear students or some people say child. No, it's not child, it's child. So if it is one child, the verb you put S. But here, more than one, children. So the verb cannot put as love. That famous singer sings, put as Y, because that means one. And the word singer you can see, people, animals, things and places. If there is no S, it means one. So singer has no S, so it means one. Johari is one person, so the verb you must put as place. A duck is one duck, so quacks. While a frog croaks, a frog is one frog, so the word croak there you need to put S. My relatives, many. How do I know it's many? Because people, animals, things and places, if you have S, it means many. So the verb cannot put S, live. The moon one moon, so the verb you need to put S. Comes. The sun, one sun, so shine you need to put S. Shines. The baker, one baker, so the verb you need to put S. Bakes. Encik Zainal, one person, the verb you put S. Drives. My family, one family, so you put goes. When you see the word O, you put ES. Now don't think like this. Don't think that my family, my family, 4 people. So I say go, wrong. Because it is one group, one family. If it is more than one, it's families. F-A-M-I-L-I-E-S. Then yes, more than one family. So even if you have 10 people in your family, it is still one family, one group. So the verb you need to put S. Okay, alright. So let me read the sentences, the complete sentences. Cows and goats, more than one. Eat grass. Eat cannot put S. Puan Kamsia's children. Children means many. So the verb cannot put S. Love to eat chocolates. That famous singer, one singer. That is one. So sings very well. The verb you must put S. Johari is one person. So Johari plays. Put an S to the verb. Badminton every Saturday evening. A duck, one duck quacks. While a frog, one frog croaks. Put S. My relatives, more than one. Because got S there. Okay. Live in the village. The moon, one moon comes out at night. Comes. Put S to the verb. The sun, one sun shines. Shines is the verb. You need to put S in the afternoon. The baker, one baker. How do I know it's one baker? Because there's no S. People, animals, things and places. If you are talking about one, you don't put S. So baker has no S. Though we know that it is one. So bakes, put S. Fresh bread every day. Encik Zainal, one person, drives, put S. Sometimes I hear people say drivers. No, it's not drivers, it's drives. His car to work in the morning. My family, as I told you, my family is one family. The verb you need to put S. Goes to the restaurant for dinner every Sunday. Okay, so remember this. IUV day cannot put S to the verb go, eat. He, she, it, you must put S. So the verb becomes goes and eats. Now, the question I would like to put forward now is, why do we put S and don't put S for the verb? Under what circumstances? What is the situation? Why do we do it? When do we do it? Is it important? The answer is yes. It is very important for working people, for example. You want to talk about your company. The business that your company is doing, sell, buy and sell. Or it's a service company. All the work that is involved in the company, you use this. Put S, don't put S. Why? Because it is a universal truth. Because it is a fact. It is something that you cannot change because your company is a service company. Example. If you are working in a government department, it's the same thing. Your department tells you what you have to do. Like education department, health department. You know what you have to do if you are in the health department. So it is already a fact. It is the truth. Therefore, you use this. Put S or don't put S. So do you think it is important? For students, of course, students is very important because you have writing. So when you are writing, you have to think first. Are you talking about something that will happen forever? Like the sun shines in the daytime. The moon comes out at night. Water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. It is a fact, from science, from geography. So because it is a fact, because it is the truth, we need to use this. Put S, don't put S to the verb. If it is your habit, something that you do all the time, you use this. Put S, don't put S. So don't you think it's important? It is very important. Okay? Or when we are, talking about a routine. Things that happen like a timetable, like students, like workers. It's the same thing. You work from what time to what time, you have lunch, you continue working, you go home. Students, morning go to school. If it's a Monday, there must be an assembly, or Sunday for some states like Johor here. And then after assembly, study, recess, study again, go home. When you go home, what happens? Lunch, bathe, go for tuition, come back, do homework or watch TV or scroll your handphone, sleep, tomorrow start again. This is called routine. For that, you use this again. Put S, don't put S. So don't you think it's important? It's very important. Or when you describe a person's character, you still use this. Because it's already fixed. So if it is a timetable, if it is a routine, if it is a habit, if it is your work structure, if it is your life, every day the same thing. If it is routine, as I mentioned just now, if it is your habit, if it is a fact, a scientific fact, like COVID-19, the symptoms of COVID-19, is using this, put S, don't put S, because it's already a fact. Once you get COVID-19, this happens. Before, during, and after. So you use this. You just put S, don't put S. So don't you think it's important? A person's character, things that you do all the time, your business, your workplace, your work hierarchy, your personal work, all will use this. Put S, don't put S. So don't you think it's important? It is very, very important. For us, for students especially, when you're writing about, factual things, you use this. You write about facts. Example, the importance of water. The benefits of the internet, you use this. Put S, don't put S. Do you know that? So that's how important it is to know that we use this type of grammar, whereby you either use the base form or you put an S, because you are talking about these things. So like your company, you work in that company. Maybe people want to find out. People ask you, you email, you describe to them your company, your hierarchy. You describe your personal work structure. You describe what your company does. You buy, you sell, or you sell only, or you buy only, you import, you export. All we use this. Put S, don't put S. Because it is a universal, this is the general thing. Every time it happens, it is like that. And your job, our career, our job. Now a teacher teaches. A nurse looks after the sick. Does a nurse teach? And a teacher treats sick people? And then a doctor paints the wall? No, the job is already fixed. Because of that, we use this. We use this. A nurse looks after sick people. Doctors treat patients. Pilots fly aeroplanes. Okay, you won't have a pilot who goes fishing every day, catch fish every day. That is the job of a fisherman. So when you're talking about occupation, job, the structure of your job, you use this. IUV day, don't put S. He, she, it, put S. From science, from geography. Okay, like you say, paddy, wet paddy grows in water. Dry paddy is the hillside. This is a fact. If it is a geographical fact, or a scientific fact, or a medical fact, you use this. Put S, don't put S. This is how important it is what we are doing today. What we are doing now is that important. Okay, so it affects every part of our lives. Okay, we need to, if you need English. If you don't need English, then it's okay. Maybe you need another language, then it's okay. But if you need English, you need to know this, really. Okay, so when my class ends here, If you want to buy this book, book 1, book 2 or both, please WhatsApp me 019-7878-299. And remember to give me a like, share and subscribe. Okay, and we will meet the next lesson 17, because this is the last 5 videos to do 1 lesson. Agreement is very wide, but we have ultimately come to an end. So the next lesson will be lesson 17. Alright, so thank you once again for joining me. I would like to say goodbye now.